G'day guys, and welcome back on Living on 2 Acres, Queensland. And today I'm just going to quickly show you the difference between the two cutting decks on two different ride-on lawnmowers that I have. Now on the right you can see the cutting deck. This is a 50-inch cutting deck from my old Troy Bilt lawnmower. That's that baby over there. Now this is, I believe, 2013 build, and that's Troy Bilt, which apparently now is MTD, and that's the deck from that. That's again 50-inch, 3 blades it has, and next to it is a 42-inch Cub Cadet cutting deck. I removed it today because I need to do some welding on it. I did touch briefly on it in one of my previous videos. This is the problem here. You can see that weld came off and that wheel has gone up. It obviously been bumped into something, but you would expect it to be somewhat stronger, I guess. Like, I really like how it's done here on the Troy Bilt. It's got two massive welds. And you know, this being almost 12 years old now, there's nothing wrong with it. Also, as I mentioned before, you can see that cracked, that screw is gone out and loose and just got lost. And and also, I mean, sure enough, this is my lawnmower that my brother uses on his property. And obviously you do need to be fairly careful when you mowing, so you don't run into rocks and stuff. But still, you know, I don't think you should be, you know, being afraid of bump into some little stuff, because when you mow, especially if it's not perfectly flat lawn, you can expect, you know, run into sticks, occasionally stones. And have a look, like you can see that at some point he must have picked a rock or something with the blade, and that's that there. But even better, look at that, there's a bump, so these are all internal strikes from inside. The blade must have moved the rock or something, and it just, you know, nearly punched through. And you know, obviously if you have a look here, see how thin this metal is. Look at that. That's nearly twice as thick. And this deck is extremely heavy. It's quite difficult for me to lift it up. I can, but that black one over there I can basically lift with one hand. So it's very light, it's nothing, it's not heavy duty at all. So you got to be very, very careful, you know, when you mow. And also, if you have a look here, I'll show you what happened here. I'll just flip it over. Look at that, something must have got in between here, and just look at that groove there. It could have been maybe old blade, the piece of it got stuck out, and that's what it's done. But you know, I mean, is it saying something good about quality of the blades, or is it saying bad stuff about actual quality of the deck itself? I just think that that's weak. And overall, you know, Cub Cadet so far is not really impressing me at all. At this point I have 3 Cub Cadet ride-on mowers, and neither one of them is very impressive. So that's one that we have, Cub Cadet whatever LT42, with that kind of controls layout. And then only recently I bought me one more Cub Cadet, which is this here. That's the layout that I prefer, and even then this is the blade engagement, and I would really prefer to have it just on the lever like on the other Cub Cadet, because once that hydrostatic clutch, I think they call it, goes, it's $400 to just buy the part. And also this, That's your engine revolutions. I opted to go for this instead of the regulator, electronic regulator, because on my other Cub Cadet that's gone out twice. Oh well, actually once, twice, yeah, twice. Original one's gone, they replaced it, months later it's gone again, and now I'm on the third one. While here it's basically just a cable going to the carburetor, which is a lot more simpler, and if it ever goes, you know, I just need to replace the cable. So yeah, that's it. And the other Cub Cadet that we have is a zero turn, also 42 inch, but just with this pressed deck there. Now this one here I bought, it has a manufactured deck, which is basically supposed to be stronger, while the other one is just you know, cold pressed metal. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for today I'm just gonna do some work on this. Just gotta put a few welds, a few welding seams on it, just to fix it back to normal, especially that wheel. And we'll see how that goes. You can see on this one, this is my favorite. It's tough as nails, although, you know, it does have ongoing problems. But here I had a crack on the weld here, and you can see my dodgy work with welding here, but it does hold. I did have to put this reinforcement bar across because these ears were just sort of, you know, bending back and forth too much. I think the metal is probably getting tired. Also, that seam came off, so I reinforced it with this. And also I did some other welding stuff on it, like that there, because that's actually cracked, and that's a major frame issue. So again, you can see my work is a bit dodgy here, but I think I managed to reinforce it very well. I did give it a go before and it works fine. So I just I know that everything that is done in, you know, bygone days used to be stronger and better, but I just wish they would have done a little bit better job with these decks, because they are weak. And I don't know, like obviously MTD is quite a big brand, you know, they make quite a few models of lawnmower tractors, but it, you know, the cost cutting is just horrible. And they still charged about $6,500 for this machine these days. This here was bought for $4,500, but that was a year and a half or even more ago. So pity, and there's no alternatives really. That's the best you can find in my view. I mean, there is a Husqvarna, but I just, you know, for some reason I don't believe the people who make you know, good hand tools, I just don't believe they can do a ride-on tractor. I don't know. The that's where we're at. So yeah, you know, I believe that me now having to deal with 3 Cub Cadets will really give me a full picture of everything that stuffs up on it, and as the problems arise, I'll be posting about it, because I don't think Cub Cadet cares much for what you and I think about it, because we don't have much choice. We will just buy because, you know, there's no alternatives. Does that make them best because I still select them over others on the market? I don't think so. It's just a purchase out of desperation at this point. And also one more thing, just look at the metal here. So that's already, you know, getting rusted a little bit. How long that's gonna last, I don't know, but I will show you what it looks like on the other end of this deck here. Look at that. Like you can see, all the metal is basically free of rust. It is exposed metal. You can see my dodgy work on reinforcing this, because I got all the cracks going through here because it's a bit old, but otherwise, you know, it's not rusting. All the metal you can see is still shiny. Yes, that gets rubbed on the ground every now and then, but again, there's no rust, nothing. I just wish they would still make them like that now, but no. And Troy Bilt is no longer there. and it's a pity because I would buy another one. This is a big deck though, 50-inch. I bought another one for myself, 40-inch, because in my garden I don't always fit between the trees with the 50-inch, so I needed a smaller one, and it's basically a reason why I bought another lawn mowing ride-on tractor. But yeah, that's it, and yeah, I guess I'll get on with working on that, and see what you think, guys. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, tell the others, and I'll see you on the next one.